But I can see. I am crazy. Look what I can see. I have no idea what the heck that was. Anyway, welcome to Lopez review of When Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now, I wanted to do this review about 2 weeks ago, but I was just kind of busy with school and lost motivation. Okay, but anyway, One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Now, it's an interesting movie. It's probably Jack Nicholson's first Oscar-winning movie. Well, he did Chinatown, but second Oscar-winning big critic big reviews, good reviews that he got. I mean, I know he was in other movies before that, but this and Chinatown kind of really made him a big A-list actor. Like, he was in little cheap movies before this, but before this in Chinatown, he was in cheaper movies, but this kind of kicked off his career. Now, it's based off of a book by Ken Casey. I've never read the book, so I don't know how it compares to the movie. But it's an interesting movie because it kind of shows the dark side of control over weaker people. Like these, it kind of shows how people in high positions kind of abuse their power. Like Nurse Ratched definitely abuses her power over the patients. She just kind of makes everything impossible. She just likes control over them. She makes everything much harder, much worse than they really are. And the performance of Nurse Ratched is really interesting because she is probably one of the most unlikable people in cinema. If you look, the look on her face throughout the entire movie until after she gets her neck brace, she just kind of looks very, very, what's the word? She just seems really mean. I guess you could say mean and serious. She seems like a person that does not have any joy in her life. She always has kind of just look on her face the entire movie, and it's hilarious, but also kind of unsettling at the same time. She really becomes an unlikable character. Now, Jack Nicholson is great. He's went to prison, but they decide to see if he has any mental problems. So they stick him in the mental institution because, and he'd rather go to the mental institution because he thinks anyway that it's better than the can, which is jail. He believes that it's more would be easier and you wouldn't be in jail. You'd just be in a nursing home hospital type of atmosphere. But little does he know, it actually turns out to be maybe much worse than any jail he's ever been to. From Nurse Ratched. He's crazy. Jack Nicholson is always crazy. He always kind of plays the same character that, he's kind of refrained from his craziness at times, but you could tell inside of his head he's like a ticking time bomb, just exploding full of Jack Nicholson. And at the end he does explode. Well, not like a bomb, but his anger gets the best of him. But really what kind of makes this movie, I like Jack Nicholson a lot, but I really like the side characters. I really like a lot of these patients. This is Christopher Lloyd's first movie. This is Danny DeVito's first movie. This is Brad Dourif's first movie. And they play great like acting characters. They give the area a lot of atmosphere. Um, but the one character I think kind of steals the show, and I think he's one of the best side characters of all time, is the Chief, Burnham. I know I can't remember how to say his name, but the Chief. He is such a great character. At first, he doesn't say anything. He pretends to be deaf and mute, but he befriends Jack Nicholson and shows Jack Nicholson that he's not deaf and dumb. He actually has a mind. He actually can speak. He just pretends to not speak so he can fool everybody because he just thinks everybody's just ignorant. But and no one really pays attention to him. He's just kind of like just there. He just mops the floor. But Jack Nicholson is kind of the person that kind of paid attention to him, kind of made him feel useful, like made him feel like he can do something, like he felt important. Jack Nicholson was the first person to make him feel important. Jack Nicholson's character, I know I keep calling him Jack Nicholson, I know the character is Mick Murphy, so I should say Mick Murphy. Mick Murphy makes the Chief feel important, and by having him win in basketball, because the guy who plays him, Will Sampson, pretty good actor. The only other movie I've seen him in is Outlaw Josie Wells, and he just kind of has a nice presence to him because he's such a large man, but yet he seems like a soft teddy bear type of person. Just kind of seems like a quiet person. But anyway, he's like 6'5", and because he's such a big guy, the character of the Chief, he wins like the basketball games. He helps them in like his little schemes of getting out, and he kind of befriends him. He feels comfortable with this guy, and it's just a really nice relationship. One of the best relationships. I think he definitely should have got a Best Supporting Actor for his role. I'm not sure if he was nominated, but I think Will Sampson, who played Chief Barterman, I think that's his name. I think he really should have got a Best Supporting Actor because he really plays the role well. He portrays like the soft character who's large, but you could tell he's the type of person that wouldn't help a flea but would have your back at any moment. He kind of reminds me of Chewbacca. That's what he is. He's kind of the big muscle to have around, but is kind of quiet, has a presence, but has Han Solo's back at any time. And I really like that. He's a great side character. Probably my favorite part of the movie is his character. And I like Jack Nicholson. He's always nuts. And Nurse Ratched, I forget the actress's name, but Nurse Ratched, and she's just one of the meanest people in cinema. Like I said, she just always has a joyless presence throughout the movie. Is there anything I don't like about One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? It is a little racy. Like, it's really racy towards the end because he kind of wants to throw a party and he gets his friends over to the party before he escapes, and it's just kind of racy. It's kind of that 70s raciness. I mean, it's not like the worst I've ever seen. It's like nothing compared to A Clockwork Orange, but it is it's kind of unnecessary, I'd say. So that's one thing I don't like about it. And also the ending is very sad. It's a very bittersweet ending. You don't like that he has an lobotomy and the Chief, relieves him of his pain. But at the same time, you're so glad that the Chief escapes. Like that ending scene after McMurphy dies is when he gets the drinking fountain and throws it through the window. And Chief Barman throws it through the window and it escapes to freedom. It's really heartfelt. It really is. He's the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. He escaped. I'm pretty sure the title refers more to him than it does McMurphy. Like, the story centers around McMurphy, but it's kind of seen mostly through Chief Barman's, most of the movie anyway, Chief Barman's view. So I think I'm not saying he's necessarily the main character, but he is the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest. He's the one that escaped. He's the one that has the guts to take action. McMurphy did have the guts to take action, but he was too late. The Chief Barman is the one that completes it, escapes, and you're just so happy for him. And it's a very bittersweet ending. So yeah, I like One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I do recommend it. Whether it's better than Jaws, I think that's up for debate. I personally like Jaws better, but I'm not saying this is terrible. This is definitely a Best Picture movie. But like I don't know if was better than Jaws. That's what I was saying. Like, me personally, anyway. That's debatable. So yeah, I mean, I mean, it's kind of a prison movie. I would say it's one of the best prison movies. I wouldn't say it's as good as something like the Frank Darabont, Stephen King movies like Green Mile or Shawshank Redemption. I don't know. I think those movies are better than this, but this one is definitely in the better, like maybe top six best. Like, I know it's mental institution, but it is really interesting. I consider it like another type of prison movie, and it's a good movie. It's a very bittersweet movie. It's sad, but it's very truthful. I've been to nursing homes, and that kind of reminds me of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, because they force people to take medication. Some nurses, maybe not all of them, but some of them just like to impose their control over everybody. And I think this movie portrays that the best. It's a very truthful movie. It's very much how it is in a lot of nursing homes. It's sad but true. And I think this movie does portray that in a very interesting way, a very truthful way. So yeah, I wouldn't say if I love it, I do really like it. One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I give it about a 3 out of 4. I give it about an 8 out of 10, about a 7.58 out of 10, 3 out of 4 stars. I give it about a B minus, B plus, no, about a B minus. It's just a little racy, it's a little sad, but at the same time, it is sweet. It's bittersweet. It didn't really blow me away, but it has left some sort of an impact on me. I've seen this movie a good 10 times, I'd say, throughout my life. And it's got a lot of great parts. Like I said, I love Chief Barman. I love the other characters. They give such an interesting atmosphere and character to this mental institution. It's not for everyone. It's not a movie for the whole family. It's not like an X rating, but it's not the most, like, it's not the happiest movie. Like, this movie, what I like to compare this movie to is $1 Million Baby. This and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and $1 Million Baby are very similar movies where they portray happiness, and there's great moments, great relationship built throughout the movie, but is also very sad, very dark parts of the movie. Like two very bittersweet movies. This and $1 Million Baby. So if you like $1 Million Baby, or like 70s Academy Award winning movies, you'll definitely like this one. It's not one of my favorite movies of all time, but I do think it is worthy to be recognized as a classic. I think it is worthy to be in the FI Top 100. It's not one of my personal favorites, but I think it is a really good movie, a really nice watch, I'd say. It's a little dark, a little sad, but then again, there's some really nice moments in this movie, especially the characters And of course, the McMurphy and Chief Bowerman's relationship is a very beautiful relationship. It's that the movie doesn't focus a lot on it, but it's just got so much character, and you really feel the genuineness of it that you really, really like these two. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I give it about, like I said, 3 out of 4, a B minus, an 8 out of 10. So I recommend it. So yeah, I'll see you in the next review. God bless you. Take care. See you next review. My next review is probably going to be Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So watch out for that. And I usually don't review newer movies, but it's Star Wars. So yeah. See you next time. Take care and God bless.